have developed two companies, let's say. One of them is CreditSky, the other one is InvoiceCash, but both of them are somehow they work together because they offer complementary services. Given the situation on the worldwide scene following the pandemic and now with the conflict in Ukraine, import-export had suffered tremendously. As we know, supply chains have been stopped. There are like shortages and many other problems. And another important issues, or one of the most important issues, is also the lack of funding and finding the right business partners. That's why we somehow created a solution that would help import-export companies, not necessarily them, but the target is mostly them, to find, with the use of AI and machine learning, of course, the best partners for them to be able to make to anticipate trends and predict certain behaviors in the market. And basically, the whole idea is to help them make risk-free decisions, have business continuity with access to liquidity, and help them formulate better strategies, development and sales, of course. So moving on. Factoring and data analytics for business success, we believe that these two go basically hand in hand. You cannot, let's say, have one without the other, or so that's what we would like to think, because you need to make the right business decisions. And with the influx of all the data that we have right now, given that, for example, international trade or e-commerce are growing, there is more and more data available on the market. Big companies have started to take this into advantage and transform data into relevant information. This is what we do with CreditSky, and Coralia will give you more information very soon about this. And then another business key success, let's say, it's having access to funding. Of course, there are many opportunities on the market, but online factoring is one of the opportunities that can really help businesses, because you have access instantly to funding. You are benefiting from liquidity, and you can focus mostly on your business without the worry of cash flows. And you can have this access to money with very little commission. So that is another thing that other well-established, let's say, financial institutions cannot offer. And moving on, I would like to just quickly show you two presentation videos to help you understand a little better our approach. So this was our data analytics software, and now we're going to move on to our online platform, online factoring platform. And now I will give my floor to my colleague, Coralia, because she's the head of business intelligence and data analytics.
Thank you, Roxana.
Hello. We should. I saw Bogdan is has joined the meeting. So
great.
Yeah. Sorry. Good morning. Sorry for the delay. I was on the other call. I'm in the lobby in a hotel in Washington, so it's a bit more noisy. So I will try to step in when required. But I'm sure that between Coralia and Roxana, you are very well covered, and they can answer all the questions. So count me in. Thank you very much for putting this together. I love the meals behind. Very Dutch. Remind me when the time I lived 2 years in the Netherlands. So yeah, let Coralia do the magic.
thank you, Bogdan. Coralia, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So living in the 21st century, you might have often come across the words like data analytics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, big data, data science, and so on. Currently, they are some of the most buzzing terminologies because of the complexity of an increasingly complicated world, the vast proliferation of data, and the increasing desire to be at the forefront of competition has conducted the organizations to focus on using data analytics and data science to drive strategic business decisions. What we are doing with our products, we are using this artificial intelligence and are building artificial modeling that can conduct us to predict for all the companies in a specific country, which are the probability for this company to default over the next year, over the next 2 years, 4 years, and so on. We have distinct models that can predict this information. We also can predict and forecast their behavior in terms of financial indicators. To be more specific, what is data analytics? Maybe some of you have already worked with data analytics, have knowledge about data analytics. Maybe some of you don't know exactly what this is doing. Let's say so, data analytics is a process of exploring data and analyzing large data sets to find hidden patterns, unseen trends, to discover correlations in data, to derive valuable insights, to understand the business and make predictions. Data analytics is really important for improving the speed and the efficiency of your business. Data science, on the other hand, estimates the unknown by asking questions, writing algorithms, and building statistical models. It uses the modeling techniques and processes to turn raw data into information for data analysts. I will come back after the end of this presentation, and I will show you exactly what our tool is doing and how you can make use of it. So
what I'm trying to say very briefly, and Coralia and I are working together. Data analytics can be used in several walks of life. We have developed for the finance world a tool which is called Elcano that allows to credit score each and every company in Romania. But not the credit scoring is not the important part. The important part is that you can use it to create a sales strategy, a marketing strategy, an origination strategy. So as a Romanian company selling to another Romanian company, or as a Dutch company selling in Romania, if you're looking to find clients, counterparts, partners, lending points where you can start a business or create an ecosystem, this product is of maximum utility because it can help you navigate the Romanian economic landscape. So you need to look at it as a navigation tool. Holland being a country of tradesmen and navigators, they will understand that very well and very easily. Also, it helps Romanian exporters into the Netherlands or Dutch exporters into Romania, the same, navigating through this maze and finding the right clients, the right counterparties, the right partners that mitigate risk and help you develop your business in line with some principles. That's the fundamental that data analytics can help. Coralia and I work also on a climate tech project where we want to use data analytics to predict the weather, rain, sun, wind, energy consumption, and so on and so forth. Again, that can help anyone putting together the fate or the credit worthiness of a farmer in correlation with the weather and with the outside world to get an understanding of crops and productivity and how one can look forward. So fundamentally, our product helps promote trade, helps promote economic activity, provides employment, and provides very solid trade network. So this is what it's all about. Behind the models, the algorithms, the boosters, and all the buzzwords of the technology and of the maths, at the end of the day, is a tool that has helped a Romanian farmer sell in the UK at 100 days maturity and being paid by us, and us taking the counterparty risk of the UK client. It will help a Dutch farmer selling into Romania in being paid today and us taking the risk of a Romanian client, and so on and so forth. So it's all about helping cross-border trade and helping trade in general and promoting good, sound economic relations. I'll leave the floor to Coralia.
Okay, so also our product can answer question about what happened in a specific situation by looking at the data surround the information. It also, we are using data analytics to explain the outcomes, also the KPIs. For example, if our new customers, for example, our new customers use our products with a higher frequency than the rest of the base, or the RPU for our base customer is 10% lower than the RPU for the other customers. So all these kind of things we are doing with this descriptive analytics, and we have this kind of options. We also use diagnostic analytics to understand why an event happened that way it did. For instance, it may help us understand why a specific KPI is improved or declined. We name this information as traffic lights, and to give you an example for our findings, if you will ask me why this company has such a high probability to default over the next 2 years, I probably answer to you that this is due to the decision they took last year in increasing the number of employees, combined with a decreasing in investments and increasing in the current assets.
Coralia, sorry to interrupt you. I'm of the religion that the proof is in the pudding. So as we are not talking to an audience of PhDs in, you know, deep mind learning, let's show you some examples so that you can understand how it can be used in very concrete and specific terms.
I'll share my my screen. To show you presentation, a case study we did for one of our customers. The customer acts in the field of furniture providing. We analyzed all the companies inside the group, and we discovered that there are some important issues with some of the companies which have a high probability to default over the next 2 years and also over the next 4 years. So some of the companies in the group are staying at the high level of probability to default. We started to analyze the behavior of our customer compared to all the customers in the identical NACE code, so with its competition. We started to analyze this from the point of all the financial indicators. I will give you here a short example regarding the total expenses. So we analyze the evolution of the total expenses for our customers, and we compare his behavior with the competition, split it in 3 distinct categories: the competitors with low probability to default over the next 2 years, the competitor with medium probability to default, and the ones with high probability to default. What we could see from our analytics is that the behavior of our customer is identical with the ones with a competitor with a low probability to default in terms of expenses. We did this kind of analytics and comparison on all the financial indicators. And
Cornelia, let's jump to the clients and to the, the Dutch are very practical guys, so they want to see where the where is the beef. I don't think that they are, okay, so let's move to the beef.
We analyze also all the competition to our customer and also the potential clients of our customers and the potential providers. In terms of segmenting the competition and potential customer, this is really important because when you are looking to your potential clients, you cannot identify exactly, you can identify them regarding their turnover. There's some information about their financial indicator, but you cannot group them in different classes. This is a little bit harder to make manually, let's say so. So you need to use artificial intelligence tools or machine learning tools, algorithms to segment your population. What we did is considering some dimensions, some financial dimensions, and not only financial, we managed to segment the competition, and how Bogdan was telling you, we managed also to segment their potential customers, their potential clients for our customer. So regarding the number of employees in 2020, the profit in 2020 and the turnover in 2020. So regarding this, considering these 3 dimensions, we managed to segment the potential clients for our customers in 3 important segments or clusters. So we managed to cluster the potential customers. So in the first segment, we managed to find customers with a medium probability to default over the next 2 years, with a medium lifetime on the market, and with a medium decrease in the profit in 2020 compared to 2019. In the second segment, the algorithm grouped the potential clients with the lowest probability to default, the highest lifetime on the market, high decrease in profit in 2020 compared to 2019. And in the last segment, the algorithm managed to group the potential customer with high probability to default, with low lifetime on the market, and a low decrease in profit in 2020 compared to 2019. So if you are a company and you are having your potential customers segmented, you can address to the one that are the most important for you and the best customer for you. So you don't have to go and check 2000 companies, you only act on the ones with from the first and second clusters with low probability to default. So you can get your customers not 2,000, but the best 100 customers from the base.
Just to be, so we are not making an academic presentation, okay? What we're trying to do here is very concrete, and it increases the productivity, and it increases the profits, and it increases the trading of the companies using our system. So basically, at the stroke of a pen, if you are Unilever and you have 200,000 clients, or if you are Jimmy the dog and have 5 clients, you can separate your clients into several classes, address each and every class to its specific positive gains, advantages, commercial strategy. You can then dedicate your resources accordingly. You can create the right legal, commercial strategies dedicated specifically to those clients, and then support them with funding and financial solutions. Okay? So everything that Coralia did is geared towards increasing the productivity of our clients. It's geared towards giving them the right tools to split the clients into probability of default clients, to allocate the resources properly, to make sure that you dedicate the right type of legal contract to the right type of client, and to make sure that these contracts and these commercial transactions happen in a very efficient way. So it's a process where your decision making is friendly, is instantaneous, is fast, and it allows you, rather than in the Horeca example, which we should have gone back, MobExpert as a client has 2,200 potential Horeca clients. When you cluster them in probabilities of default, you will realize that 7 are low probability of default. So you need to dedicate a certain type of resources and a certain type of clients and a certain type of approach. 115 are medium probability to default, and 2,000 are high probability of default and can be approached different. This cannot be done by any other organization than us in Romania. It cannot be done by COFAS, by RISCO, by CaseFin, by ICAP, by anyone for the moment. I doubt that you have a similar structure, service in the Netherlands. So this is basically the uniqueness of our offering to your members. And that helps them find sales partners, counterparties that would help them promote their trade. Is not about the beauty of maths that both Coralia and I are very fond of. It's not about that. It's not about the universality of maths. It's not about algorithms that have been developed in the 15th, 16th, 19th, 20th century. It's about helping clients go about their business in a more efficient, in a more productive, in a more direct way, and helping them find the right counterparties, clients, suppliers, providers, and mitigating their risks. So, Roxana, let's move on the factoring story so that we can go with them on the. So we are the only organization that is able to provide. Can we have the online funding platform? Can we do a show simulation? Roxana? Did you show them
we showed, yes, we had them at the beginning.
Okay. So any questions?
You can write the questions in the chat box, and I will read them. to Bogdan. So if there is any question, please feel free to add them. Or if you want, you can unmute yourself. Just raise a hand.
So basically, today we have financed via the factoring company 11 trades between Romania and UK on an average of about 50,000 euros the trade. We have and we obviously intend to do the same with companies in the Netherlands. We are also at the proof of concept. I don't know if Roxana told you about the blockchain project. We
Not yet.
want to do a blockchain project involving Romanian farmers, Dutch farmers, and Spanish farmers, so that they are all on the same blockchain structure, and that we can, all of them would benefit from being on this platform, so that they can have ongoing and continuous trade without friction, without fraud, in full transparency and openness. So
So yeah, basically we're trying to combine as much as technology with know-how from the financial world to help companies develop even during crisis. We hope that, I know our presentation was pretty clear because there are no questions, but we would be more than happy to answer them either here in this webinar, or just feel free to contact us, or even if you don't have like specific questions and just curiosities, we're more than happy to talk to you.
Thank you, Roxana. If there is no question, maybe you can give us more details about the platform, if there is anything else, because we still have time.
thank
If
you.
there is anything else you would like to add.
Roxana, can we show them the platform, how it works, the factoring one, or Elcano? Coralia, can we do a simulation of, let's do a simulation with Elcano.
I will stop sharing my screen and give the floor to Coralia.
Thank you.
Okay.
And meanwhile, if there is any question, please address them in the chat box. So.
Can you see my screen? Okay, thank you. So this is our platform. We can do many things. I will start with a simple interrogation, which means, well, first of all, I have to log in. Okay. So we can do a simple interrogation. For the moment, I will present this platform for Romania. So we can introduce here any identification registration number for any company in Romania, and we can get all the information regarding this company. So we can see the credit limit that we have for this specific company, and also the credit score. Credit score of 1 means that this company has a very low probability to default over the next 2 years. So the maximum probability to default for this company is of 5%. Then we have all the financial information for the last 5 years on this company. Also, if we want to check the credit score and credit limit and a summary of financial information for more companies, 10, let's say 20 50 companies, we can select the IDs and import an Excel with IDs of these companies, and we can generate the information instant. We also can do a complex interrogation, which is really useful product, especially for marketing, for campaigns, for generating new leads. For example, we can select a specific domain which we want to do business with. For example, we can select the agriculture domain. We can select a subclass from this segment, or we can select all the companies from our agriculture. We can see that in Romania there are 26,000 active companies in agriculture. We also can select only the companies from a specific region from Romania. For example, we can select the companies that are active in agriculture in Iași and in, let's say, Constanța. By doing this selection, we have a total of 1,700 companies active in agriculture in Iași and Constanța. And we also can put different other financial indicators. For example, we want to select only the companies that have a minimum 2 employees. By adding this supplementary, we can see that we have left only 700 companies on these specific criteria. We also can select only the companies that have a probability to default higher than or lower, let's say lower than 20%. So we only want to select good companies that have a very low probability to default. So we have only 134 companies left. We can generate a report and see which are these companies. By generating this report, we can see all the companies that are generated conform with these criteria. So we can export this report in Excel and do supplementary analysis on this customer, or generate a specific lead list and give to our sales department.
Basically, if you are, if you are sitting in Harlem or in The Hague and you are keen to open a business in Romania and you are scratching your head about who to sell, who are your partners, how those partners should look like, and how you should go about it, then this process will help you do that instantaneously, and you can also understand what is how these counterparties, suppliers, customers, partners, where are they, how they do about their business, what is the product, what is the universe and ecosystem in which they operate. Coralia and I are working for a bank to do this type of exercise for like 2,400 potential customers. It will significantly help the bank understand them, cluster them into probabilities of default at 2 years, at 3 years, at 4 years, help them orient their sales by helping them create a pitch that is specific to each group and each subgroup. Imagine that you're an exporter of, Dutch agricultural machinery or fertilizers, or beef or meat or pork or poultry. And then again, we can show you, for instance, Coralia, we have done a thing on poultry, which shows the whole analysis of the poultry industry and how each of those companies behave in terms of, again, probabilities of default, sales, or customer base. So in that respect, it's a tool to help you trade better, faster, with higher security and with low risk. Okay? Yes, is behind those things that or beautifully designed by Coralia. It's a lot of complex math algorithms, but you will not be interested in that. You'll be interested in how we can help your business be more efficient, more productive, and sell more, or sell better, or sell cheaper, or sell fast. That's the story. Can we show them the factoring story? Roxana, a bit of the platform. Did you see the platform, how it works?
Yes, we showed the short video of the platform, but we also have a longer one. Unless there aren't any other questions, we can go ahead and watch that.
If there will be any other question, if people can write to them, write them at info@nrcc.ro, and Anna will send you all the informations. And also for the ones that are watching us on Facebook, info@nrcc.ro for questions. Thank you, Roxana.
This is a presentation. This is in a way at the right speed, so you can see the whole process. In here, you can introduce your invoice, pick a date, introduce the company's number, select it. Create an account. Because we are able to instantaneously credit score each and every company in Romania, you will get an offer instantaneously. You will go through the company verification process. Your email will be verified and checked. And you can start adding invoices.
And once this information is being filled in on the next transaction, you won't need to go to the same process over and over again, because the information is being saved, and then all the fields will autofill by themselves.
So it's only once.
And basically the process is very fast. You upload all the invoices and all the documents, proof of ID, of course, a quick KYC. And then you will see that once the profile is set up, you will just have to digitally sign the documents. If you don't have a digital signature, we also have partners that can provide you with a digital signature. They are called Namiria. And you can also get your signature through them. We also made this partnership in order to help the users have a flawless process and make sure that we cover all the needs. So these are basically the documents, the contract, let's say, where the terms of agreement are stipulated and all parties are informed of the transaction. Once they are reviewed and accepted, going through the process, the administration process. And then, of course, the debtor is notified on the status. And they'll have to make an account on their behalf as well, so that both parties are registered and have access to documents.
Thank you, Roxana, for presenting it to us. Very, very interesting platform. And
the rest of it is available on YouTube. You can watch it anytime. We can also send it to you if you want.
if you want, you can leave the link in the chat box, and maybe people will
Definitely
access
sure.
it directly.
Okay.
This is we marginally changed certain features of the platform, but this presentation is informative, and it is at the right speed so that people can understand and see each and every step, how they move on from the seller of the invoice to checking the documents and the accounts of the seller, to the payee of the invoice or the debtor, to checking the documents of the debtor as part of the process. And at the end of those 6 minutes, you have an idea that there is a tool that is 100% online, COVID-friendly and well adjusted to the actual situation, that can provide you funding if you are doing trade from a Romanian to a Romanian base, but also from a Romanian to a Dutch base, or from a Dutch base into Romania.
Thank you, Bogdan. Apparently, there is no question, but don't forget, you can send them to info@nrcc.ro if you want to find more information, and Anna will put you in touch with CreditSky. Thank you all again for being with us today. Thank you for all the speakers, Roxana, Coralie, and Bogdan, for presenting us this amazing platform. And keep an eye on NRCC activities. They have a lot of. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you for being here with us, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye. Bye.